In Marrakesh, I'm going to show to you tomorrow in Marrakesh. So Rabat was their capital. They founded it in 1147 AD. And these walls you see to the right side have been restored in recent years thanks to aid from UNESCO. UNESCO has been doing a great job for Morocco, for Moroccan legacy, historical legacy, everywhere, and especially in the imperial cities, in the 4 imperial cities, Fez, Marrakesh, Rabat, and Meknes, where they are restoring, because these are World Heritage Sites for UNESCO. Rabat is one of them. 1600s. They were built in early 1600s by the Moors, who had been the last ones to be expelled from Spain by King Philip III of Spain in 1609. They had landed here with thousands of Jews, Sephardic Jews too. Both Muslims and Jews were expelled along what was the Barbary coast, the Atlantic coast. Today too, on the way to Casablanca, we are riding along the once a time Barbary coast. So all that's Medina and
wants a photo, I'm quite happy to
Sure, would you take
This is Udaya Casbah.
for about an hour and a half, maybe a little over an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes to Casablanca, right away to Hassan II's Mosque, an impressive monument in Morocco, in Casablanca, started in the mid-1980s, from 1984, and was this is something fairly new in Morocco. These are 3-wheelers like in front of us. This is what China did to Morocco and credit to the current King for taking down the shacks and slums and replacing them with some in the middle of the night. Then on that night, the wife sleeps at the far end. AD, when Hamlet had been built here by a Berber community, a big Berber community had occupied this area of the Atlantic plains around Casablanca and Rabat. And by 10th century, they had founded a hamlet here they named Anfa, A-N-F-A. Anfa became the capital of, and George Washington always called him an excellent right there. And we're gonna be seated up there, up on the upper floor where the writing is in that area. We will have tables, and we are going by its main entrance in a minute. This
is the Mosque Mosque, or the Hassan II Mosque is buried here. So this building on the right here is a school where they teach the craftsmen to this day on how to build that, and what happens and all the furnishings inside. So it's not just a mosque, it's actually a school to teach them how to build that. And this building on this side is a library with audio visual link-ups around the world for the theology of Islam in Morocco. Wow, have a look at that. That is one impressive mosque. We are going in there. That building to the right, the two green triangles, that's a school there for people who want to become an imam or a leader within the mosque. This whole compound is on 9 hectares, but about 6 hectares of it is built on the ocean. So we're just nearly up to a point where the ocean used to come to, but it's built primarily, 2/3 of it, actually out over the ocean. This whole courtyard, you can see, is all marble.
The little hole on the side, on the right hand side, that's a laser beam that points to the direction of Mecca. That's where we will be facing.
Minaret is the tallest in the world. And right up the top, the little ball has a hole in it with a laser that points and shines to Mecca. So to my left and to my right, from here on out, is reclaimed land. So the water surrounds 3 sides of the mosque. So we've just come in, had to take our shoes off and put in a bag. You cannot touch the carpet with shoes on.
Now we can stand on the carpet?
Yeah, once your shoes are off.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on the bus, follow me over this side, please.
This is one big mosque.
You can see it's carved, dyed with natural colors. You can see some shiny spots. Those are gold leaves. Okay.
So this prayer hall is 200 metres long and 100 metres wide. So 20,000 square metres. It will hold 105,000. Sorry, it will hold 20,000 men and 5,000 women. 25,000. This floor here, this marble floor, is heated. The whole of this is heated. So you can kneel on the floor if you choose to.
We don't have any instant when it was the case. I'm so sorry. This is a private group. You should join that group over there. Okay? So made the decision to go for this, and I'm glad that we picked this rather than playing. Right behind you
Hand carved woodwork.
is the madrasa that I talked about. Remember? The function for showing people that the mosque exists in that area. I'm not talking about people living in the neighborhood.
This is the base of the minaret, the tower, where the imam would go up to call people to prayer. These doors are made of cedar wood, but the outside, this is titanium. It's quite thick. The titanium is to stop the so it doesn't corrode, because the ocean is just there, just over there.
I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right. So this here is the baths, or the cleansing room with water. Would normally have water and all that in here. So you would be here, you'd be cleansed before you went upstairs to pray, or the ablution room, a washing hall for men only. There's one on the other side for women. The coating on these things is crushed marble and egg yolk, and it resists humidity because this is a washroom. It resists humidity and it's very smooth. But egg yolk, wow. Shrooms. And have a washroom. So that concludes our guided tour of the mosque. Absolutely amazing. Have a look at this. Not impressed by that? You're hard to impress. No one can tell them how much this cost. Hang on, we got an issue. Oh, look out. Oh, slow down. I think you got to slow down, buddy.
Turn the steering wheel the other way.
Yeah, he's going back. So the estimate cost of this nowadays is just over $1 billion. In '96, they estimated about $800,000 million. So nowadays, $1 billion. famous Rick's Cafe. We just had a beautiful lunch in there as time goes by.
Squatted on state land decades ago. They pitched up a shack. They came from the country, very poor, with many kids and all that. So they pitched up a shack on state land, and they squatted for long enough that they started claiming property rights to it. And the government said, no, we gotta get out. They don't get out. So there have been negotiations going on for ages. Stop sooner, right? So we're gonna do it now. Here comes a gas station complex, Africa, where we're pulling up, and we're gonna make a stop here for 15 minutes. Brief stop. Brief stop for 15 minutes, not more. And then as we continue, since it is going to be 2 more hours to Marrakesh, then we'll make, if there is emergency, if there is another emergency before we get to Marrakesh, then let us know. We can make another brief stop somewhere along the way. Okay, so you will find the bathrooms in the back of the cafe. But at this point here, we are getting away, farther away from the Atlantic coast. We are driving further southeastwards. After we were driving more south on the plains, now we're making it a bit southeastwards, inland, away from the coast to Marrakesh. And this region from here on is known as the Pre-Atlas. The Pre-Atlas arid region of Morocco is desert-like, as you see, with adobe villages, Berber area. So this is more Berber country. We're starting through the majority of the villagers and the population here is from Berber background, and it is
kidding me. You are kidding me.
Wait, that's my son's name. Boy's name is a boy's name. Mehdi's wing is outside the pool, outside it. As the first Berber dynasty in the history of Morocco, founded it as their capital. So that is the early and the earliest history of Marakesh. There is my brother. People said he looks like me or I look like him. No, but that's a figure, that's a man, just an average man from Marakesh who was on the plaza, and a photography artist from France took his picture, paid him, took his picture and put it there. But very typical look, look at that tender look in his eyes he has of a local, very sincere, authentic local person. That's the message, that is the image really they wanted to pass across. And it's true, people are very friendly, hospitable, simple people, we call them, I would say, not insulting them, simple-minded but big-hearted. That's what I mean. This is Avenue Mohammed VI. I may as well hand over to my boss to say something to you.
This is our hotel for the next 2 nights. 5-star, top of the line. The best it gets. The best it gets in Marakesh. Marty, can we handle this tonight?
Look at this.
Wow. So, this is our accommodation for tonight, the 5-star move and pick. Wow, sure can handle this.